Hello everyone, what's up, and welcome back to my channel where we learn to be true heroes in this wonderful game called Overwatch. Today I have another high-level scrimcast between Team Magic here on the blue side defense and Team Vanity here on red offense. So I picked this particular round out because Magic runs a very interesting defensive strategy on King's Row, and they run it relatively well. It seems very practiced. So if we just quickly, before we jump into the round, let's get into the heroes that we're running. First on this defensive side. So the first thing that probably sticks out to someone who's just taking a glance at it is this Ana, this defensive Ana. Not something that you really see, especially in the past, but even lately with this new patch, defensive Ana is not being seen too much. On this map, however, she does have a lot of benefits. So first of all, the main thing that this particular point, this first point on King's Row has that most points on other maps don't have is this huge wrapping around high ground that Ana has access to. She can just walk up there. And most maps you either need to have special mobility skill or the high ground is relatively limited to maybe one area or so. So the defensive Ana here is actually quite strong. Of course, you have the Reinhardt on the same team, goes hand in hand with the Ana, but the other interesting hero we have here is Hanzo. Hanzo is a hero that hasn't been seeing a lot of play at all in the past, but recently got a relatively significant boost, the projectile size, the projectile speed, and that's really bringing him in to the meta. A lot of teams are kind of trying him out, especially again on this first point on King's Row. He has all this high ground to take advantage of, and that makes him a relatively strong hero. All these different places that he can get picks. Probably the last hero I want to go over that's interesting, because we have the McCree and we have the Mercy. We're both pretty standard. The Mercy with her new buffs makes her quite a strong pick, but the Roadhog is going to have a very important role in this team comp, and we're going to see that as the match progresses. I'm going to leave that for a little bit later. Here on the red team, we have pretty standard heroes. The Widowmaker is just going to be temporary, and I'll go over that a little bit later. But the only really interesting pick here we have is the D.Va. The D.Va over the more standard Zarya is going to give them a little bit more mobility, because if you look, they don't have much mobility on their other picks. Right? Maybe if they go a Pharah, they might. But right now, they're looking like a pretty immobile team. The Reaper can teleport, but that's not really that much compared to a Genji or a Tracer, so the D.Va is going to give that little bit of extra power up on this high ground, which is really necessary in King's Row. So let's start it up. Let's see what happens. So when I was talking about this Widow just being a temporary pick, so Ago's on Widow. He's just going to be picking it up for the first 5 to 10 seconds of the match. See if he can get a pick. See if he can scout something out. And if he doesn't, he's just gonna, or even if he does, he's just gonna swap off immediately. So let's see if he gets anything. It looks like okay, he got a shot off on the Hanzo. Didn't quite get the headshot. Was a little bit too low. So if he got that pick, that would have been absolutely huge. They probably would have gotten the point immediately. But he swaps off. It is 20 seconds to the game, however. I said 5 to 10 seconds. 20 seconds is a little bit late to be switching off of that Widow. A little bit too late to be delaying your offense. So here we are. We're going to have the push. Again, we have that D.Va up there pushing onto the high ground. And we also have the Roadhog, like I said, going to be playing that key role of denying Hotel from these flankers. So you see that he just got a hook on the Reaper, picking up the Reaper. They're going to have a clash of Reinhardts in the center, and the red Reinhardt on Vanity is going to go down first because the Reaper went down. So there just wasn't enough DPS. Here, the D.Va is going to be trying to harass this Hanzo Ana combo, but she's not going to succeed because this is just so strong. This combo is so strong, and the crux really of this entire defense from Magic. Looks like we have a little bit of a 5v6 push going on. Maybe trying to bait out some ults, farm some ults, but they're not going to get anything. Hanzo is actually going to wind up using his ult, so that is something that Vanity did pick up from that push. Maybe not necessary to use, but just a safe play from Magic. Anyway, getting back to this combo, this Hanzo-Ana combo. So Ana's very strong against flankers. She has the sleep, she has the grenade, which just hits them automatically and heals her and Hanzo at the same time. Plus Hanzo has scatter arrow, right? So it's very difficult for flankers, and we're going to see right here, the Monkey's actually going to try to kill them, and just the Ana on the Hanzo alone are just going to pop dead. Dead Monkey immediately didn't do any damage. So any single flanker is not going to be able to do anything to that combo up there of the Ana and the Hanzo. You need at least 2, and even 2 as we're going to see a little bit later, because Vanity is going to send a couple more heroes top to try to deal with this threat of the Hanzo. Even 2 are going to be a little bit dicey because of some of the specifics that this map has. Now, I went over a little bit before, but this Roadhog plays a huge role because he is single-handedly stopping all of the solo flanks that can come from Hotel, which is this building right here. Because no one can really 1v1 Reaper very effectively. And if they do a group push on him, here, he can just fall back, and now the enemy team is forced into this horrible position because now they have absolutely no roof control. They can't really get roof control from here, and the Hanzo just has all of these areas where he can shoot and do a lot of really bad things. Plus the Ana. So this Roadhog here is in a deceptively strong position. So here comes Vanity pushing up. We're going to see 2 heroes now up top. Like I said before, we also have the McCree there as well. Now the Dragon. So here's what I was talking. The particulars of this map is this little choke point. Besides the Hanzo ult, which is pretty obvious, but he's not going to always going to have that up. Besides the Dragon ult, Scatter Arrow is amazing in this little narrow hallway there. All the arrows are going to hit. Hanzo has no problem hitting you. Ana has no problem hitting the sleep. The grenade is going to do that AoE hit everyone. So again, just another thing that makes this combo so strong. But we're actually going to see the Winston go up there and harass the Hanzo. The Hanzo's going to go down, but it's a little bit too late in the fight, so it's not going to matter. But here we see another great play from Magic, from Pink Torin here. He's going to swap. He's going to swap off the Hanzo to a Reaper. And this is really great because we see how Vanity's team has evolved from sort of this regular team to this flanky thing that tries to deal with the Hanzo, but he's not Hanzo anymore. Now he's a Reaper, and he has a huge advantage against this sort of team comp with the Winston and the D.Va, and we're going to see that as they easily beat back Vanity in this next push. So what could Vanity do before, particularly while we still had the Hanzo? So we saw the Vanity, first they threw 1 hero, and then they said, oh, well, maybe we'll do a Winston instead. And then they said, oh, maybe we'll do 2 heroes with the Winston and the Reaper. But none of that worked. They had to just go all in, all at once. Because if you look at this comp, if the Hanzo, the guy who used to be Hanzo, if the Hanzo goes down, there's really no more damage. The Roadhog is kind of inconsistent. Doesn't land the hook, right? No damage here, really. Without other heroes to support him, the Reinhardt is easily kiteable, even with the Ana ult, and you pretty much just have the McCree. The Mercy's going to be forced to pretty much solo res the Hanzo in order to have the fight keep going, which is pretty, subpar, not very ideal. So if they really just put all their eggs in one basket, sent 4 heroes, sent like a lot of heroes up there to deal with the Hanzo, and because there is no help that's going to be coming. So if they sent all those heroes up there, it really would have put Team Magic in an awkward position. So even though it seems like an awkward play to send so many heroes up top to deal with that, it would have worked out very nicely. But now we have the swap onto the Reaper. Vanity's just going to stick to their guns here. I probably would have liked to see maybe a different tank, not the Winston, but they're going to try to stick to what they have and see how it works out. So the Winston's just going to jump in over here and going to get supported by the Reaper, who does a nice ult, and we have that's a beautiful D.Va ultimate landing perfectly in the window. Great job by Nucky on that D.Va, which is going to pick off 2 heroes up there. However, the Reaper is going to come in. Again, the Reaper that they swapped into from the Hanzo is going to come in, do a really nice ultimate, and really get them back into this fight. Now, here we have the Mercy coming. She has ultimate, and she's going to use it. Now, we still have the ultimate on the red Mercy, which is really important. She's a little bit too far up, though, getting hit by the Reaper, and that is going to seal the game. If they had gotten the res off, it was still a 6v6. They were still in a disadvantageous position. But the Mercy res would have done a really good, really gone far to try to at least keep Vanity in the game. Most importantly, the thing I wanted you to take out of that match was just that really awesome I want to call it a 3-pronged, defense from Magic. Just to go over one more time, we have the Hanzo Ana combo that's pretty much ungankable, unflankable, up there. It's incredibly difficult. You know, this is, if you want to dual queue with this is very, very strong. No one's ever going to be able to kill you. Have the Roadhog sitting on the left, denying any pressure pretty much from Hotel, and just getting picks from behind if they choose to not push him. And this really, really durable ground force with Reinhardt, McCree, Mercy, all very difficult to kill heroes to just not die on the ground while Ana and Hanzo rain down arrows. So like I said, the counter to this, or how you would try to defeat this, would be to just really, no matter what it takes, you need to get rid of the Ana and the Hanzo. But anyway, guys, I hope you found it really interesting. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the round or about anything, be sure to leave them in the comments below. But anyway, that's all I have. So I hope you all enjoyed. Go out there and have a great day. Peace out, guys.